Welcome to the half annual review of the top 3 unit in JP. I know that there's another word for half annual, but I am used to the word half annual and I like it more, so therefore I should be using half annual. Now I would say though, the game has been power creep, like in an exponentially way, I think, as power creep is so bad that all the new units that's coming out, almost all of them can just clear any content just fine, except for the hardest and hardest content, which, because most of the content can be cleared easily, any of the upcoming unit you can just get them and you'll be fine with just using them. So therefore this ranking will be based on the absolutely hardest content, which is the new risk enemy in the new game mode, our EX3, the last NPC inside Celestia, and also the new EX4 refight. There's also the wave battle, however, the wave battle has modified or changed every time, so the who is viable in wave battle kind of depend on each independent wave battle. So sometimes you actually might get, like sometimes the physical team might actually be good for this wave battle, while sometimes the magical team might be good for this battle, and while sometimes the Tome DPS team is actually good for this wave battle. So therefore I won't be counting wave battle because the wave battle is too random. I will just be using the other game mode that I mentioned. So yes, just one more time. For most of the casual player base, for those who just want to clear EX3 or just clear most of the Celestia fight and just want to clear like most of the wave battle normally, then any unit from now to like the release of them in JP, all of them will be fine. This is only for the absolute hardest content. For Warrior, the best warrior in JP right now is around EX2. Yes, EX2 is a thing now. Or we just call her Rune Lord Adani. So far down the gameplay is very simple. Turn 1 you cast Rune, turn 2 you cast Rune, turn 3 you cast Rune, turn 4 you cast EX Rune, turn 5 absolutely obliterate the enemy with your 18 hit ultimate. To give it more details, the rune that Adani give a lot of benefit, including like FUA and stuff. So in addition to just like deal massive damage with the rune, with the ultimate, the rune also give supported benefit buff to your other teammate who is receiving the rune too. So overall, she's just very simple in terms of playstyle. Use all 4 rune and just use ultimate and then the enemy is dead. As for the second best is still the Black Knight. The Black Knight has 15 hit. 15 hit is really good because more multi-hit, less damage cap problem. However, there has been more unit that can do 15 hit beside Black Knight. Adani ES is one of them with 18 hit, so he's been slowly falling out in terms of option. He is still good though, but he's just not as good as some of the other current DPS right now. As for Oshet EX, she is still good. She gives boost point and a potential LP effect where your boost point will not be consumed to certain teammate, which is I think Warrior, Merchant, and Apothecary. So if you want to use Oshet, she's fine too. I don't think she's as good as some of the other support we have these days, so you might not see her much. But she's still a decent warrior option if you want to run with her. For the Merchant, the best Merchant in the game, is Edgar, the collab unit from Final Fantasy VI. If I were to explain Edgar very shortly, he is Signa, except he is Signa that can do damage that pierces through enemy damage reduction. For the Signa pod, his ultimate is an AoE buff and debuff. He debuffs everyone enemy 15% defense and resistance down, while also buffing your entire teammate by 15% of his defense stat to the attack and 50% of his magic defense stat to the magic stat. So yes, it's a buff and debuff in the same skill. It's really good. And the best part is that unlike Signa, who just use ultimate just in the back row, Edgar has a drill attack. A drill, when the enemy is broken, it's a 4 hit, but when the enemy is broken, it's an 8 hit. And this drill hit through the enemy damage reduction. Damage reduction, like every damage taken, the damage we have, stuff like that, it goes through it. Hence, he sub as both a support in DPS, and hence why Signa is kind of power creep already. She is strong, it's just that's better than her now. Oh yeah, and also he gives bonus buff to Spear and Light, and he also gives the entire team 2 boost point when an enemy is broken, so he has all a nice utility too. Edgar is just that good, yes. For the second best merchant is Richard EX. Richard is similar to Adani, where they both master in one thing. Adani is Rune Lord, Richard is One Master. Richard can do all 8 physical type attack. His ultimate also do an 8 hit physical attack of all weapon type, and will also follow with all of his weapon type. Yes, he has an AoE for all weapon type. If anyone attack with a sword, he will do a sword attack. If anyone attack with a staff attack, he will do a staff attack. If anyone attack with a tome, he will do a tome attack. He has all physical weapon, and he can trigger off the AOE by himself. So his ultimate do all 8 hit AOE of each weapon. So 8 hit from the ultimate and 8 hit from the AOE means that Witcher would do a lot of damage. And then for the third place is Nier. Yes, Nier is already existing in the global server. Before this change to the game system, Nier was already a good unit where you don't have enough damage to bust down the enemy, you bring Nier because break extension is the only thing that he does, and he's the only one that does that. So he always has a niche where he can help you bust down the enemy in one break. However, due to a new system change in the JP version, it changed so that in Wave Battle or Cascade Log, every time you enter a new battle, your EX skill and your ultimate will be refreshed. So now you don't have to worry about conserving your ultimate or EX skill for the final fight anymore. You can just use them whenever you want. And Nier, who is known for his EX skill, cannot just spam that every fight if you want to. Of course, you have to wait for like turn 6 to activate this, but it's a very strong EX skill, hence why he's so good. And plus, because of this change, Alvon also kind of went down for the... He's known for ultimate refresh, but now because of this change, you don't really need over refresh anymore, so... Poor Alvon. So yes, I do think Nier is like a very good unit to have now. Dagger, you have Locke. Locke, or Locke, wait, is it Locke or Locke? I think it's just Locke. Locke is a DPS who has a few stuff to his kit. First of all, 16 hit, automatic types DPS. 16 hit dagger, also guaranteed crit, and also each dagger hit also inflicts dagger implant onto the enemy. He also has guaranteed crit. If I were to explain Locke, it would be kinda plus Tiziano into one. He has everything that Tiziano does, so he doesn't need Tiziano for help. So yes, he just deals with everything that Tiziano does. Dagger implant, check. Guaranteed crit, check. The only thing he's missing is the ability to inflict ultimate debuff, dagger down to the enemy, but like that's it. Speaking of, Kaina and Tiziano is also here, 2nd place and 3rd place. However, they're here because there's no other better thief unit to be here. So if I can, I would like draw a gap of power between Locke and the other two. So just imagine Locke in the 1st place, and Kaina and Tiziano here is only because there's no one else good enough to fill the 2nd and the 3rd slot. So, but if I be honest though, Tiziano is still decent. He just got power creep too much because everyone else does everything better. For Apothecary, is Shauna. It's always gonna be Shauna. You don't have Shauna, please get Shauna. Also, yes, same reason as before. Shauna is just Shauna as we stock. EX skill too good. Oh yeah, speaking of EX skill, I mentioned a while ago that the change can now just like, you can now refresh EX skill between raid battle. So, imagine that with Shauna Undying, what the heck? I'll be honest, okay? You play this game, you don't have Shauna yet, please get Shauna as soon as you can, okay? She's like the best unit ever that the game's releasing, I think. And with the change to the system of the way battle how it works in JP, she's even better now because you can just spam Operation Eternal every fight now. And because of Shauna, we haven't got a better healer since then. We have other new characters like Yomi and Therese EX, who is also a different sustain option. But none of them is just good at just prevent dying outright. So, get Shauna again. Ava and Casti is also here, kind of the same reason why Tiziano and Kaina was there. The meta has shifted to powerful, they don't catch up. Ava doesn't have a 16 hit, he has a 6 hit and at most an extra 3 hit from the other character attacking at that turn. And Casti is all and most of his skills power creep, other buffer does better now. But there's no other better Apothecary, so they're still here. Shauna's still good though, Shauna's still the best unit in the game, get Shauna. For the best hunter is Setzer. Setzer is a support. It's not like an outright, just straight up overpower support like some of the other characters like Edgar. But Edgar, well no, Setzer offer weakness implant and then freezing them. So what Setzer does that makes him stand out as a support is that he lock the implant that he implant. So if you hit someone with the freeze implant, the implant won't get removed. So imagine that Tiziano inflicts 6 dagger implant, the 6 dagger implant will always be there forever. The implant also lets Setzer passively debuff the enemy, and also passively buff your entire team. Not to mention Setzer also has 7 hit EX skill, so he's also good as a shield shaver. So he functions as a shield shaver, a weakness implant, and also a buff and debuff character. So he just does many things, Maybe many of them doesn't stand out by himself, but he does many things, so he overall combined together as for one unit, he's good. The second best hunter in my opinion is Eltrix EX. She's a nice DPS along with Rondo EX, both are amazing by the way. She does have a few weakness as in she doesn't have many multi-hit. However, she does have one thing though, is that she do massive ice damage on the very first time she wants to. Because of her passive combined with Rondo EX, you can have her do 2000 potency on turn 1 and absolutely obliterate all the enemy. Well, that's for casual content. For harder content, Eltrix does fall behind because she only has 6 hit, and not having that many multi-hit does hinder her DPS damage a lot. However, she's still a good DPS for most options outside of that. But for stronger ice DPS, even unit like CotC does better, so... And then for third place, there's the Thirdaina EX. She is strong, still strong. 10 hit ultimate isn't that bad. Just, again, in case we don't really have that many good new hunter unit. I was also thinking including Keisha, but Keisha and the Thirdaina isn't that super big of difference in power levels, so they're kind of around the same-ish, so... For Cleric is Avite. Avite, if it was like before this whole change, that I might rate Avite a bit lower, because Avite has really good EX skill, really good ultimate, except her normal kits, like just her basic skill, they all sucks. So once you run out ultimate and run out EX skill, Avite doesn't do much. But again, Avite is someone that does benefit from the whole wave battle system change. What Avite does is her ultimate reduces the pet cooldown and also buff everyone else. And her EX skill grants a point toward a passive that grants more benefit to pet, like permanently reducing the cooldown by half, etc. And she can also instant charge your Divine Beast Arcana charge, which means you can use the Divine Beast on turn 1 if you want to. Overall, she is a really good universal support. The whole pet support and Divine Beast support can go onto any team, regarding whether they are physical or magic or any weapon type. So therefore, Vita is just that good, because she's just that universally good. In second place, we have good Potus, Potus EX, Papa Potus EX. He is a DPS slash support at the same time. He does a few stuff, but all you need to know is that he has a 15 hit that can go to damage reduction, and he has a Sullen ult for DPS. Yes, he has a Sullen ult. So he's just that good. He is just a DPS who has 15 hit, who can go to damage reduction, who can also do Sullen ult, and Sullen ult is really good. So, and last we have Midia. Midia is still very strong, okay? Like, the entire top 3 here is the opposite of what Thief and Apothecary are. In the second and third place are like a big gap of power level. These 3 has a very close gap power level. The reason I ranked Midia third is because Midia only benefit physical team. Avita can benefit physical and magic, while Potus is strong by himself, so he can work with most of any buffer or support teammate. While Midia only benefit physical because she gives physical buff to her ultimate, and her everyday only benefit physical mostly. So therefore, you run a magic team, you don't run Midia, you run with Rondo instead. But with physical though, Midia is still really good. As for the best scholar is Rondo EX. Yes, Rondo is that good. Yes, a summon is that good that is more powerful than Potus. He is, how do I say this? He's like Tiziano to Dagger, when Dagger like a super strong support. Rondo EX is an ice support, except he supports the heck out of ice support. So he does very strong. Like, he gives everyone a passive 100% potency up, as long as they deal ice damage passively. All they need is just a barrier. And he does other stuff too, like having an FUA that also implants ice weakness, and also a very strong ultimate debuff skill and also attack skill. His EX skill also gives everyone like 250k damage cap for ice, so... And also, because Rondo supports ice so much, he also helps support other magic team too. Most of his kit also work for other magic team, including the FUA that implants ice, the ultimate that inflict magic defense debuff, and his EX skill that give damage cap to everyone. All of those are so universal and Rondo so good that he is run along with any other magic team. So yes, he is very similar to Tiziano when he was first introduced. So strong supporting in that one team that they were meant to support for, that they went and support all other team of that weapon type. Tiziano was physical, and Rondo EX is magical. Second place is still Potus. Potus still good. He is Potus after all. Except he only has an 8 hit at max, and everyone else has like a 15 hit plus these days, so he kind of got power creep. And last is Terra. Terra is strong for magic DPS, except there's one problem though. There's 2 more units that's released after her that's stronger than her, which is Potus EX and also Adana EX2. So therefore she is a strong fire magic option. However, you just want like a magic DPS, then someone like Potus or Adana EX does the job better. The best dancer is Realm. Yes, she is just a painter, except she is so good at it. She gives many benefits out of it. First of all, Realm doesn't have a weapon type. All of her magic damage is no type. It's neutral. I would call it neutral damage. It's the type of damage you would see in Ophelia Leviathan damage. So yes, Realm does neutral damage, except she's really good at it. She has 16 hits plus some more benefit. First of all, Realm can give paint to herself and to her other allies. There's 6 types of paint, one corresponding to each weakness. Having that type of paint let you hit that weakness. So Realm can serve as a support to let other teammates hit all elemental weakness. And when Realm has certain amount of paint, she can also do FUA. So if anyone attacks, then she will also do FUA. At max stack, which does take a while to stack up, she will do 3 FUA every time someone attacks the enemy. So she is really good. She is support and also DPS in 1. Other than Realm, Maruso EX is still good. Weakness bypass character, also Sullen ult. Really good. I mean, putting Sullen ult on any character can just make them good, so... And then there's Elga EX2, Wedding Elga. She has a new mechanic called Light Fragility, where if you hit an enemy with a light attack, Fragility, they will take more damage and they will also shave up 1 more light shield. And she also provides other support like front row potency up, and also she can do a 12 hit light attack herself, so it's another case of DPS and also support. Now as usual, I will show a team comp to show what the meta is like right now. Now last time I just show a team and just doesn't elaborate on it much, so this time I will do commentary over gameplay video by a very famous JP player. So far some explanation. This is UNB, he is a very famous JP player who is spending a lot of money in this game. He has all character at A4. And this is a magic team who will be going against the Risk enemy, which is a very hard boss, and defeating it will grant you an upgrade to your new level 90 weapon that is obtained through this mode. As for this team, all of them are support unit, with some of them deal damage. I think like the only pure damage support on this team, well no, the only pure support unit on this team would be Avite and Shana. Everyone else can do a decent degree of damage. The goal of this team is to just buff everyone with Erica, with Adana, with Realm, and then just obliterate the enemy with it. So do note that there are something that you might not be able to do, like through the A4 accessory, like the instant ult shots at the start of battle. So we might have to alter the step a little bit for the game. So first, Adana EX goes, casting Transfer Rune on herself so that all her buff can be transferred to the other teammate. Next, Elka casts her 200% ultimate, granting everyone a buff, and also follow with Ronda ultimate as a free action ultimate, which also debuff the enemy for 4 tons of magic defense down. Next, Avite's go, casting her ultimate, which grants everyone attack buff and magic buff, and also reduce the pet cooldown. Then Potus go and granting himself a healing buff that also give him boost point regen every turn. Then Shana go and do Operation Eternal, which grant everyone a die for 2 turns, so your entire team cannot die for 2 turns now. Also give them 3 boost points, so... The second turn start, Potus effect go off, giving everyone healing and also 1 boost point regen. Ilga go first, granting herself 100% potency up, and also 2 boost points to herself and the back row ally. Realm go, casting her skill, granting herself 3 paint. The 3 paint combined together give the other teammate the other 3 paint. And then Potus go, casting his EX skill. His EX skill grants him triple cast. And then Adana goes, casting her other rune, this time is the FUA rune. Whenever anyone attack with an elemental attack, they will do a 2-hit FUA, so it's really strong. On the third turn, Adana EX go, casting her third rune, which grants everyone attack, magic buff, guarantee crit, increase damage cap, and also increase crit multiplier. Then Elga go again, casting everyone her ultimate, granting buff and potency up. Then Rondo go, casting his normal skill. The skill inflict guarantee crit debuff onto the enemy, similar to how the EX skill work. Then Shana go again because Operation Eternal is now expires, and now granting everyone 2 tons of Undying again, also 3 boost point regen. And then Avita go with an EX skill, granting everyone 100% potency up, also buff and 3 skill point, or 3 passive point toward the passive. Then the countdown on the enemy inflict on your team is now up, but because the entire team have Undying, no one dies, so. On turn 4, the Trumpet pet buff is cast on Realm. If you have the accessory from the finale of Celestia, it also extends the buff and debuff to whoever receiving it, similar to how Mabel and Lucetta passive work. So Realm will receive 2 turns of 30% damage up here, and it's a pet buff, so the multiplier is different from the normal buff. So turn 4 now start. Avite casts her ultimate again, which grants everyone more attack buff and also reduce the pet cooldown again, so you can reuse your pet sooner. Then follow up with Potter's ultimate, which grants himself 50% potency up. Note that this is only the 100% version, because if using 200% version, you can't combo it with Avite. Then Adana goes, casting her EX rune, granting everyone a lot of buff, including elemental attack now shave off armor shield, and also half of her magic defense stat now will go to everyone elemental attack stat. Then Edgar also combined it with Edgar 200% ultimate, buffing the entire team and also debuff everyone. Then Realm go, casting her buff skill for EX, granting herself double cast. And then finally Rondo go with his EX skill, granting everyone an extra 100,000 damage cap up. On the 5th turn, you cast the black rabbit debuff, which debuff the enemy magic defense down. Now on the 5th turn, the turn we break the enemy has light fragility, which means they take 1 more shield point from light attack and also more damage from light attack. Using the Divine Beast, which also a light attack, shave off a lot of the enemy shield combined with Elga EX light fragility, granting everyone damage buff from Divine Beast. And now Elga shall go and deal a lot of damage with her light attack. From now on for the rest of this battle, it's just now big damage now, with a lot multi-hit. Elga goes first with her 12th hit, which will follow with some FQA. So first, we have the 2 boost point break from Edgar, then we have the 2 extra FQA from Adane, then the 2 FQA paint from Realm, and then the 1 extra ice FQA from Rondo. That is a lot. Realm go with a 16 hit, that's the same FQA, so a total of 5 extra hit. And then Potter's go, 15 hit light attack. It's 5 hit normally, but because Potter's a triple cast, it's 15 hit. These attacks go through the enemy damage reduction, so if you have like a damage half per hit stuff, it will also go to that. 15 hit again, followed by 2 hit FUA from Adani, 2 hit FUA from Realm, and 1 hit FUA from Rondo. And then Adani go and find us an ultimate 18 hit AoE attack of each element, and also does a lot of damage in the process. Again, because of the reduced pet cooldown from Avite, you can now cast Champa again, so now Realm get 2 more turns of 30% damage up. And now the rest of this fight is just the exact same repeat of the previous turn, so therefore, my analysis is done, so just please watch as the team obliterate the enemy. And that's it. Hopefully this is more useful than just me talking over how strong they are in this video demonstration. That's how showing how strong they are in action. This is only for magic team. A physical team also work too. For physical, you would do Locke and Richard and Setsa, I think. They all are viable. I still think magic is slightly stronger right now, but the meta changed a lot though, so maybe most of this doesn't matter anyway. So just pull for whoever you like and just pull for the playstyle you prefer. Again, all of this footage is from the JP Play UNB. Thank you for this video. If you want to see the video fully, I will link the video in the description. And that's it for the top 3 video. And now I shall go prepare for the Octopath 0 release day in the next week. So, thank you for watching. Bye bye!